What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Affleck9916. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today, we are in Colville, Washington, going to be headed over to Wenatchee, Washington in the rain and in the evening. Hauling a double load of tires, 56,536 pounds to the HMS Machinery. It sounds like the name of a ship, because I think the old British ships were HMS. I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead, get our engine started up, get those windshield wipers running, because it is raining, and head on out. I'm not sure which way we're supposed to go. I think to the left here would be correct. It's tough when you got these double trailers, because if you make a wrong turn, you're going to be in trouble. There we go. Alright, so we're driving in the Peterbilt again today, guys. We got a little bit of a blue truck, and it's smaller than normal. We don't have a sleeper or anything. Actually, look at that. We have a back window, which is really cool. Not that it would really help us in any way, shape, or form, because we have trailers behind us, so it's not like we can see. But still, we have a back window, which is kind of cool. It'll help, I guess, have more light come in. Alright, I guess we gotta make super wide turns around these bends here, because with the double, it really likes to not stay on the road when it should. Check for trains. All clear. Alrighty. I feel like you could get away with just kind of breezing through stop signs in this game. I've seen red light violation tickets. I'm not really sure if you can get stop sign violation tickets or not. I don't know, maybe you can. But I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. It's Thursday night as I record this. I'm headed to West Virginia tomorrow for a weekend of fall hiking and golfing and just kind of all fall activities as a whole. Enjoying the beautiful leaves of the Appalachian Mountains. Man, this thing is coming way too far to the inside here. My goodness. we take up like half the roundabout with our truck. That is absurd. Turn those windshield wipers off. There we go. Alright, well, I'm glad the rain has stopped. Now I can enjoy the sunset for our what's left in this 4-hour and 5-minute drive. When does this thing due? By Wednesday at 5:29. See, I'd love to rest and just kind of sleep the night away, but that's not something I'm going to be able to do, unfortunately. But thanks for bearing with the shorter episodes this weekend. I, obviously had a lot of other things to do. Had a calculus test on Friday. I'll know how it went when I upload this, but I haven't taken it at the time of recording, so hopefully that goes well. It's just been a really busy week. I had fallen pretty far behind in classes and stuff from being sick the last 2 weeks, and it was just awful. Like Roosevelt Columbia River, huh? Look at that. I like how the train bridge is right next to the road bridge. That's super cool. Very, very nice. Alright, Grand Forks. I assume that's Grand Forks, Montana. Or Idaho. Which is, of course, not in the game yet. That's one of the things I wanted to get to discussing in the last episode that I didn't get to, is what is the next state going to be for American Truck after Utah? We know that Utah is, of course, the one that's coming out now. But I think the logical next state would be Idaho. But, Idaho's not super big, and I wonder if they were... I guess it is if you look at the bottom of it. It's just the top's so narrow, it would make for a really awkward area. You wouldn't really be able to go many places. My God, this truck can not get up this hill. Look at that, 15 miles an hour. Wait, let me switch it to my, there it is. 15. Good Lord. We'll get up eventually. Oh, poor guy behind me. Getting caught behind a truck going 17 miles an hour up a hill. I remember one time I was coming into West Virginia, going down the mountain pass, and I got behind this truck that just had a bunch of soot and smog and just all this crap coming out of the engine. And it was one of the most nasty experiences of my entire life. It was just awful. Awful, awful, awful. And I was coughing so much. Just a miserable experience. Hopefully the guy behind me is not feeling the same. Of course, we're hauling some heavy cargo in these tires, so I'm sure... I guess you can't see black smoke come out of the exhaust, but that's a big exhaust we got on this Peterbilt, so I am sure that there would be some coal rolling going on, which is of course not good for the environment at all. My goodness, look at this. That's beautiful. Wow, wow. That is stunningly gorgeous. The mountains, the sunset. Holy moly. Don't see that enough in the world. In real life or in the video games. That's exceptional. I guess we're kind of in the edge of the Rockies here. And it looks like we got to go through Omak on the way. What an incredible, incredible road. Some incredible views back here. Right, this is like where Bigfoot lives. I think Washington's #1 in the country, so... See that guy? Is he peeing? What's he doing? What are you doing, man? That's a little sketchy. Just kind of looking into the woods. That's kind of an interesting random event. Maybe he is looking for Bigfoot. Who knows? You never know what the freaks are doing out in the boondocks. Then again, you never know what people are doing in the city either. Let's go way left here so the back of our truck stays on the road. Very, very well. Why is that hill of conspicuously small amount of trees? It's like a haunted forest back here or something like that. What a bizarre place. But it's really gorgeous too. I mean, I'm sure the hiking and stuff is just fantastic. Keep our headlights on. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's like a part of Washington State that I'm not even familiar with. I feel like throughout all these episodes, you know, I kind of know so much about the state that I've talked about it so much, and I just know a lot about it. But the Coolville area, I know there's the Coolville Indian Reservation, but that's it. And I just looked on my map, but Grand Forks is actually in Canada, which is kind of interesting. Slow down a little bit here. I need to not be looking at Google Maps. Maybe focus on driving instead. But yeah, it's kind of makes me wonder if British Columbia could be the next addition to the game. I'd love to see Canada in American Truck Sim. I mean, I think it's at some point going to be necessary. But you know, you could have Vancouver and all those different areas. The problem is BC is like the size of California, if not bigger, so it's very wide, very tall. I don't know if they'd have the whole country. It'd probably be like Sweden, where it doesn't cover the whole country. I wish Sweden covered the whole country. It should have been able to go all the way up to the Arctic Circle. That would be really awesome. And then, of course, that paves the way for an Alaskan expansion someday, which would be just amazing truck simming. I mean, driving through Alaska would be unlike anything else. What we got here? It says slow down to 45. I thought it was going to be a sharper bend than this, to be honest. Alrighty, we should be approaching Omak here. Look at that. Well, now we're getting into arid areas a little bit more, I think. So, Wenatchee, I can talk about because I have some family through marriage, some cousins through marriage that are from Wenatchee. They own like one of the biggest apple orchards in Wenatchee. But chances are, if you're an American or Canadian, you've eaten an apple grown in Wenatchee. It's a very huge apple orchard type of a place. We have another car accident, or what's going on here? Ah. That doesn't seem good. It's like a forklift with some boxes and a truck, and the police are checking it out. They're talking to the driver too. Perhaps they are smuggling drugs or something like that. I have no idea. And that's kind of cool, seeing a car actually on in the parking lot. That adds a lot of realism. Makes you feel like, you know, people are actually alive in the world here. Oh, look at the moon, the stars. This has been an amazing drive. We've had all sorts of different scenery. But anyway, Wenatchee is a huge apple producing area. And it's quite famous for apple orchards and really all that kind of stuff. It's just what kind of made Wenatchee famous throughout the years, at least within Washington State. I mean, obviously it's not known in many other areas, but it's right on the edge of the Cascade Mountains, so it's in the arid areas, but it's right along the edge, so it's not completely arid. They do get some rain, some snow, but being on the eastern side of the Cascades, they just don't get a ton compared to some other areas. We got here down to 50. It'll probably be even lower as we go through Omak, which, looking at it on Google Maps a minute ago, and Omak seems like a tiny little town in the middle of nowhere. I've actually never even heard of Omak before. Why can't I turn in there? That's annoying. What if I want to get food? I'm hungry. Let me do my food trucking. And this is like a quintessential small little American town, though. Hello, officer. Thanks for not giving me any of your famous tickets. What is even... Are there even any depots in this town? There it is. Omak discovered. 10 out of 16. So only 6 more to go. Very nice. It's a cool little intersection. What do we have in Omak? There's an Eddie's. There's something back here. And then it's just Road 20, which, oh my god, that's a crazy road. You gotta take a job from Omak to Bellingham. That would be cool. That's that beautiful Highway 2 pass, which is supposed to be absolutely gorgeous. I'll have to take it at some time. There's so many weird, windy roads here in Washington State. I see a Walmart truck back there. But yeah, strip malls, as I talked about in the last episode, how much I don't like them. Seems like this town is just a little tiny town with strip malls and not really much else. It's kind of weird. It's a place I've never even heard of before, and it's kind of funny. It says it's only 4,800 people, so yeah, that makes sense. Okanagan River. We're in Okanagan County, apparently, in the middle of nowhere. All right, straight to Wenatchee, not heading to Burlington. I'm not even sure where that is. I think that's Highway 2. Back up the speed, back up to, it looks like 60 here. Yep. Alright. Hopefully we can make some good progress. It says we're supposed to be there right after midnight. I noticed when you're on these roads that it actually always takes longer than the game says you're going to take. Just because you're not, I mean, right now, look, I'm only going 48, the speed limit's 60, and with the time dilation, it's like doing that for actual 20 minutes. And then you lose, like, 20 miles. And that's something that's kind of frustrating, is it's not necessarily easy to speed up, especially with a double and all that. Is that a train up ahead? I think it is. There must be tracks along here somewhere. We're gonna cross them. There's the tracks. I know I saw a train. There he is. Shine my brights on him. Is he going faster than us? Kind of a race. There's no way we're going as fast as the train. Especially if we're only going 55. That's kind of... Yeah, I guess we are. That's kind of embarrassingly slow for that train. That's trains in America, though. Not known to be the fastest ways to get around, unfortunately. I wonder if these are the tracks that the Amtrak uses on their cross-country route, a route that I'd love to take in real life. Yeah, pretty cool, actually, going alongside the train like this. Didn't expect to have it here in mountainous Washington, but still very cool. Hello, Mr. Train. Hope your night's going well. Enjoy the rest of your drive. What do trains do? Do you drive a train? I guess they drive. It's different because they're on rails. They can't go anywhere like a truck. But then again, they're super efficient and good for the environment, so can't always go wrong with them. Not using up as much diesel as that they use diesel, but not as much as a truck. That is for sure. Alright, what do we got up here? Columbia River again. My god. It's like it's weird because that's the river down Oregon, and this river just seems to go everywhere. It just snakes throughout Washington State. It has a real weird path. It kind of goes in and out, and then it forms the border of Washington and Oregon back out to the ocean. It's like the river that decided to be everywhere or something like that. Alright, 38 minutes. Wow, this was actually very fast. Did not expect this at all. I thought with these windy roads it was actually going to be like, with the time dilation it would take forever, but it didn't. It didn't take that long. Entering Orondo. More tiny little towns I've never heard of. Such is the West. My goodness. Alright, do we get on 2 here to go to... It said west to Seattle. I guess it is Highway 2. Yeah, we're pretty much in Wenatchee now. Nice. There's maybe an apple orchard right there with a bunch of trees. Wenatchee discovered the Evergreen State 11 out of 16. There's another one of those old cars. And sure enough, wow, they actually have apple orchards. That still the best thing about American Truck Sim is the level of realism that they put into this game. Just astounding. Alright, Seattle, Ellensburg, and Wenatchee all in this direction. Make sure we make a wide enough turn here. Alrighty. That should go okay. Just barely. I should have gone a little wider, actually. That's right. We're good. Man, we're all... What the heck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jeez. 6. That's a bus. 7 trucks. Oh my goodness. Where did all these people come from? Does Wenatchee just have like a gazillion trucks leave at midnight? I've never seen so much traffic in American Truck Sim. What the heck? Well, that is insane. Wow. And now there's nobody. That is absolutely bizarre. My goodness. Did not expect that. Ooh, I thought that guy was going to cut me off there. Alright, 285 south to Wenatchee. I guess we're kind of in the outskirts of town here. Where are we even... Where are we going? Are we going downtown? Yeah, we are. And then hopefully I can make it daytime for the next drive so I don't have to get out of here at nighttime. I'd like to drive through the Cascade Pass during the day if I head east after this. Come on, truck, muscle up. You can do it. I think I can. I think I can. Alright, here comes like 1,000 more trucks. Luckily, they're not going to block our way too bad. Welcome to Wenatchee, Apple Capital of the World. That's really cool. I'm sure that sign's there in real life too, but just a really, really cool thing for them to have. What do we have here? Building the future. We are bitumen. I don't know if that's a real company or not. I've never heard of that. Alright, look at that. Timely left arrow for us. Nice and wide. Alrighty. See, there goes another train. Maybe it's the same train. No, it looks like it's a logging train. That's coming from the mountains somewhere. Timber! 2 tracks. Oh man, they diverge too. Huh. That's kind of cool. One to the north, one to the south, I guess. Probably one to Seattle and one to the logging areas, to be honest. I'd like to do some logging hulls in Washington. I know it's a big part of the game. If I could get a logging trailer rather than these boring ones, that would be kind of nice. Rather than these lame doubles. Alright, don't turn yellow, please. Awesome. HMS service and maintenance. I guess a service center would be a proper place to deliver tires to. Even though it's like 8 gazillion pounds of tires. That guy is very high quality. Look at that. Usually the people in the game don't look so good, but he looks fantastic. Alright, so we just gotta... Oh, how am I gonna do this? I mean, the problem is I have a second truck behind me. And that's gonna hit the freaking wall. Huh. That's alright, we're just gonna skip that one. I never skip stuff. That's rare. Alright, I think I like it. 10 out of 50. I don't know what that means. And Company Collector, 8 out of 15. So we don't level up, but we are going to take another job because we're pretty short into the episode now. Where can we go that's quick from Wenatchee? I'd like to head to Seattle. Spokane, Tacoma. That would work. Nuts to Seattle. Are there any that we can rest in the middle of, though? I mean, 9 a.m. See, these would make us late. I want something where we have more time, rather than driving through the night. Ugh, none of these have that. That's awful. Because if I rested, it would be like 8 a.m. and I'd definitely be late. I mean, it's going to be dark. I wonder if there's a way to... Is there a way to rest in advance time? Job market, world map. Like, can I rest now? Because I don't have a truck. I can't really go to a rest stop. That's the problem. Yeah, that's just that. World map. Can I visit, like... Okay, it always puts you back to where you were. Look what we've done. We've done, like, up, and then we've done a big circle around, and we're going to end up back in Seattle. That's kind of funny. Yakima's like the big city, and Grand Coulee we missed, so we'll have to head to there eventually. Maybe there is one to Grand Coulee. Maybe I can just drive that at night. Anything to Grand Coulee that's short? Yeah. Well, I mean, it'll check off another city. I don't mind driving at night through the desert. And then we can head back to Seattle after that. So we will take the clothes from Walbert to Tidbit at Grand Coulee and the Kenworth. Let's go ahead and take this job. There's San Francisco. I love when that comes up on the loading screen, the Bay Bridge. Such a scenic little area, to be honest. Alrighty, in the Kenworth. I have not driven a Kenworth in a long time. My god, the nose of this truck just goes on forever. That thing is massive, but finally not driving a double. We're not going to make a ton of money from this one, but that's okay. I want to go to Grand Coulee. Alright, let's head on out of Walbert here. Oh, this thing sounds very nice. Look at that huge filter right there. I've commented that on those before, and I still don't know what they are, which is kind of embarrassing. Alrighty. Make sure our lights are on before we head out of town. It's nice not having to make as wide of a turn here with the single trailer. Man, does that make things easier. I feel like we're also sitting really high up. There we go. I just had to adjust my track IR a little bit. Still got to figure out what kind of truck I want, though, for when I do buy my own truck at some point. I mean, it would be awesome to, I mean, so far, I really do like the Peterbilts. But the Volvos are really nice, too, and I mean, the Volvos are more European in feel. It's something I'm used to more. But I don't know. I'm really not sure what I want to do. I need to continue to think about it. Let's turn this off. Seems like all the trucks in American Truck Sim have GPS, which is kind of nice. Make a left here. It's kind of hard to see out of my mirror a little bit. We'll have to be cautious of that. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Head back towards Omak here. Just get through this intersection first. Alright. I think I can adjust the mirrors. Hood left, small left, or just left. I think it's just left, yep. There we go. Angle that in more, and the right mirror. Angle that in more. We're not going fully straight. But now we can actually see the edge of our truck. Which is the way I like it, because I can see if there's anyone right next to us. I feel better with that being the case. I like the yellow lights on our truck, too. That's a good-looking rig, folks. That's a good-looking rig if I've ever seen one. I hate exploring these towns at night. I gotta figure out if there's a way to rest. Maybe I'll research that after the episode. Alright, let's pass through Orondo here, and I think we need to go... Looks like we need to head towards Spokane. East on Highway 2. That is the way. Which means it probably won't take as long if we can actually have a more main road. It's only 2 hours, 5 minutes here. Now, oh, and we're only 96 miles, so... I know that Grand Coulee is famous for the Grand Coulee Dam, which I believe is probably where that is. And other than that, that's all I really know about it. Yeah, Grand Coulee Dam is on the Columbia River, according to our friend Google. Constructed between 1933 and 1942. That was a big FDR era project type of thing. And I know it's one of the biggest, it's the largest power station in the U.S., actually. Because of a third power station added in '74. So it's even bigger than the Hoover Dam, which is kind of cool. I'm sure it's in the game somewhere. I'm sure we'll be able to see it. And maybe that's why American Truck Sim SCS Software decided to add Grand Coulee into the game, because it's kind of close to a lot of other areas. And I mean, looking at Google Maps, I don't even think there's really a town called Grand Coulee, Washington. There's Coulee City and Coulee Dam. So I don't even know if Grand Coulee is really a place. But it is in the game. And I think it's interesting how they mix sites between, you know, obviously having all the big cities and any other industrial points of interest that you would want to deliver cargo to. And obviously that kind of makes sense. We are going up through the mountains now. I never drive in any view aside from in the truck. I know of a lot of people who play the game in like other camera angles, and that always seemed kind of strange to me. To me, the way you play this game is by being in the truck. It's American Truck Simulator, not an arcade style racing game where you're outside. It's not Mario Kart. Although, a couple months ago, or a couple weeks ago, my brother and I, we raced on American Truck, or on Euro Truck Sim. We went on an online server and we actually raced each other, and my god, we had cars that you can buy in the server, and we raced those all around the map, and it was beyond hilarious. I mean, it was one of the funniest things that I've ever done in my life, because we were flipping upside down, having to get towed. I was bending the rules by taking ferries across water bodies, and he was flat out cheating by calling emergency services to take him to the next city up ahead. That was that was pretty funny. Well, I hope you guys enjoy watching night driving a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of doing it, but until we have a truck, we'll be doing a decent amount of it early on in the series. Dry Falls Dam, Bureau of Reclamation. I know that the dams, if I haven't talked about this in the last 2 episodes, have really hurt the salmon runs in Washington, done a lot of environmental damage. With the good of having clean power is also some not so good things, which is why obviously I think dams are not really the future of energy. I think wind and solar are more the future of energy, to be honest. And nuclear as well. All of those are better. Alrighty. So many stars out here, you just know you're in the middle of nowhere. Grand Coulee Dam. Straight ahead. Spokane to the right. So I guess it is just Grand Coulee Dam in the game. I felt like on the map it actually just says Grand Coulee. Yeah, it does. And look where we go. We go to like a little... There must be a little town up there. As I said, on Google Maps it's called Coulee Dam, so I guess the name is kind of changed a little for Euro Truck, or American Truck. What is this? Look at these cliffs. Man, is that something? This whole lake is something, or part of the river, I guess. What a bizarre area. And the water's like green on the right. That's why I wish I could just do all this a day. Very cool looking. And there's of course some power lines, which makes sense. Entering Grand Coulee. Alright, so we should get another town discovery here in just a second. There it is. Grand Coulee discovered, the Evergreen State. 12 out of 16. Only 4 more to go, guys. And I know it's Yakima, Everett, probably 2 on the coast. Like, the bottom left part of Washington. What else do we have? Aberdeen and Longview, which is right on the border, actually. So, yeah, we gotta go there. And then we've somehow been to every town in the state. I mean, I feel like we just got to Eastern Washington. There's not that many towns. We've been bouncing around them, and it's kind of quick to get around. I feel like there's a lot of roads, but not maybe a lot of towns. That's why I gotta start doing some other mining jobs and stuff like that. Of course, once I'm done with Washington, I'm gonna head down into Oregon, explore that state, down in California. We got a whole bunch of areas to hit up still. And of course, at just, 2 episodes a week, it ain't gonna be easy. Travel Washington, 1 out of 3. No idea what that is, but I think the dam is behind us. There she is. Hey, look at that. Cool. Let's get a screenshot of that, shall we? Photo studio, photo mode. Yeah, this would be cool. Oh, looky there. Very cool. The pine tree's gonna really add to the picture too. I hate how it always blurs the back. No blur. Alright, I think that'll be a good screenshot right there. Nice! That'll look good on Steam. Hello, Swift. One of my favorite memes, it shows a truck with Swift and then a truck that says Taylor, and they're next to each other, and it says they are never ever getting back together again. Kind of funny. I guess we're heading to like the bottom of the dam. Man, you can really drive around this thing. And they've done a really great job of modeling it in here. Just fantastic job, SCS Software. I gotta give you massive credit. Look at that. Is that like a visitor center or something? What is that? That's cool. Man, now I suddenly want to go visit this place in the real world. Very, very cool. Alright, let's go ahead to this narrow bridge, because of course it's a narrow bridge. 18 feet 10 inches. That's the height. Look at that. Awesome. Wow, that thing is massive. What a feat of engineering. I mean, obviously at the time they didn't realize maybe they did know the ecological damage that it would have. But if they didn't, kudos to the builders. If they did, then it's disappointing, but it doesn't take away the fact that it's an amazing engineering feat. I think it was built in the 1930s, too. Pretty amazing. Alright, let's go ahead and drop this off and finish off our episode for today. It was a little bit longer. I guess this will be like 35 minutes. Where do we gotta go? Oh, look at that. That's so realistic. You know, I always hoped that I would get one like that. I just didn't think they were in the game, but there's so many of them in real life where it actually is kind of a pit like that. I'm really glad to see SCS put that in the game. That's awesome. Okay, we'll clear out the right. And I think we just gotta straighten the truck out here. There you go. Alright, all the way to the left. Straighten the truck out again. It's that tendency to overturn that drives me nuts. Alrighty, now if we just follow it back, we got a guy waving us on. Come on, man, help us out. Give me some airplane-style signals on where to go. Oh, not that much. Not that much. Just gotta use my mirrors, do it smart, take your time. Man, when that comes out, that's when you know you shouldn't be this slow. I guess it always comes up though. So in real life, of course, you try to pin it all the way to the door. Try to get it centered on the door, but that's not how this game works. How do we do? It's crooked. It's quite crooked. But we would have backed it up to the door if we could have. We might have had to go up a little bit, but that's alright. I feel like maybe someday in my life I'll actually be good at that. 2 hours 30, 102 miles. Do we level up? No, we don't. But guys, that is going to be it for this episode. In the next one, we're going to try and head over back to Mountain Pass towards Seattle. Maybe we check off Everett. We'll see what we can do. For now, guys, we'll see you next time. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. And a new American Truck video will be coming up on Friday. So we'll see you guys next time. I'm Mr. F like 9916. Peace.